In this lesson we're going to look at a more complicated recurrence relation. So let's read the example. In a swimming complex, two different water purifying machines are used. Type A removes 25% of pollutants each day and is used in a pool that receives 15 new pollutants at the end of each third day. This being the important part here. Type B removes 30% of pollutants each day and is used in a pool that receives 19 new pollutants at the end of each second day. In the long run, which tank contains less pollutants? So really the task here is to find a recurrence relation for type A, find the limit of this, find the recurrence relation for type B, find the limit of this, and then compare. So to get the recurrence relation for type A, we think it removes 25%, so your multiplier is going to be 100 less 25%, which is 75%, so 0.75. But the critical point is that the 15 new pollutants are going to be a plus 15, but that happens at the end of each third day. So it's going to go around this 0.75 process 3 times before 15 is added on. So when you're doing your recurrence relation for type A, you want to do 0.75 to the power 3 before you add your 15 on. So it's doing 0.75 and then another 0.75 and then it's going to move another 25%, so another times 0.75 and then it adds on the 15. Now we can do 0.75 to the power 3 to make a recurrence relation more simple, and that comes out at 0.42 rounded to 2 decimal places. At that point you can use this to find the limit. Now before we do that, a limit exists because the red figure here is between -1 and 1. We then let u of n plus 1 equal u of n and let them all become L. So this becomes L and this becomes L. And then we just solve it to find the limit. Take 0.42 away from 1 to get 0.58 and then divide by 0.58 to get 35.71 units. We do the same thing for type B. Now it removes 30% of pollutants each day, and then 19 new pollutants is added at the end of each second day. So we reduce it 30%, so that's a multiplier of 0.7, and then you reduce it again by 30%, so another times 0.7, and then add 19. So it's really 0.7 squared, and that's a recurrence relation here. Square this out and round it, and that comes to 0.49. Same idea, this red figure is between -1 and 1, so a limit exists. Let this part and this part become L. This is 1, take away 0.49 now to get that to the other side, which is 0.51, and then divide 19 by 0.51 to find your limit of 37.25. So we've got our two limits, 35.71 units for type A and 37.25 for type B. Let's look again at the question. It says in the long run, which tank contains less pollutants? So it's quite obvious from the figures, it's type A. But write a statement. In the long term, the number of pollutants in type A swimming pool settles at 35.71 units, which is less than type B swimming pool.